Hello everyone, this video will be reviewing the first half of the batching procedure. This includes the setup, pouring, and mixing of the EPON resin 828, hardener DEA, and glass microballoons filler, as well as the vacuuming, preparation, and transfer of the mixture to the Simcoe tube. Safety is our first priority during the batching process. Put on your lab coat, gloves, and safety glasses. When removing the chemicals from the oven, use heat gloves. A minimum of 3 people are required as part of the procedure requires quick, precise movements. The general breakdown of responsibilities is to have one person work with the chemicals, another to assist, and the last one to keep track of the timers, batching manual, and batching sheet. Later on, the last person can also seal more syringes as the first 2 are filling the pre-sealed ones, if more syringes are needed. Before batching, we recommend watching our pre-batching training video for the setup required at least 6 hours prior to batching. As a reminder, proper lab attire is long pants, closed-toed shoes, and long loose hair tied back. As time is incredibly important for this type of batching, a wristwatch can be worn as long as the gloves cover it. Loose clothing and foods or drinks should be left outside the lab. The first part of batching is setting up the scale. Place the scale on a layer of paper towels in case of accidental spills. To level the scale, adjust the feet of the scale until the bubble of the level monitor is on the center of the circle. Place the empty mixing cup on the scale and press the 0 button. Now the addition of the preheated chemicals, starting with the 828. For this particular batch, 100 grams of 828 is needed. Pour in around 80 to 90 grams, and then use the 828 designated pipette until you reach 100 grams. Record the exact weight on the batching sheet. Prior to adding the next chemical, you can zero the scale, but for the addition of GMB to 828, there is no need. Add the 28 grams of GMB. As the GMB is a very light powder, it is added solely by pouring into the cup. Gently tap the sides of the bucket to add smaller quantities, stopping to allow the GMB to settle every so often. If you should accidentally pour too much GMB in too quickly, you can pipette some of the GMB into a waste container, as the GMB will sit on top of the 828 until mixing. Next, mix the 828 and GMB together, watching as the mixture consistency changes from that of water to that of toothpaste. Continue mixing for 3 minutes, switching off with another person if need be. Then heat the mixture in the 70°C oven for 3 minutes. This will remove the mixture from the sides of the cup and reduce the thickness. Now add the 12 grams of DEA. Since the DEA is very thin, only use the DEA pipette to slowly add it to the mixture. Our scale has a precision of 0.1 grams, so if any of the added chemicals cause it to change by that margin, it is okay. However, any changes or mistakes should be written in the notes part of the batching sheet, as well as the added weights of each chemical. Now thoroughly mix for another 3 minutes, scraping the sides of the cup every so often. The next step is to degas the mixture. Turn on the vacuum by pressing the switch on the side of the motor. Place the cup in the vacuum oven and close the door, pressing on the front of it to make sure the chamber is sealed. Next, twist the black release valve clockwise, while simultaneously twisting the brass vacuum valve counterclockwise. The release valve will resist any additional movement when it is closed. At that point, simply worry about the vacuum knob. While doing all of this, monitor the mixture as it bubbles and rises. Be careful to make sure the mixture doesn't rise over the top of the rim of the cup. If the mixture rises too close, release some of the vacuum using the release valve. Once the mixture falls on its own, also known as breaking, let it sit on the oven under vacuum for 3 minutes. Now for the preparation of the Simcoe tube, and transferring the mixture to the tube. Seal the tip of the Simcoe tube with at least 2 layers of duct tape, overlapping them to increase strength, and place it in the holding cup taped side down. Now release the vacuum by untwisting both the release and vacuum valves and move the mixture to the fume hood. Carefully and slowly pour the batch down the inside wall of the tube and scrape the bottom of the cup to get as much of the batch in the Simcoe tube as possible.